Welcome to Best Kept Secrets Travel, episode 34. My name's Morgan.
And my name's Will, and on today's episode we are doing our second ever interview of the Best Kept Secrets Travel podcast with two complete strangers we met whilst travelling in Australia. It's a weird and wacky episode, this one, and if you've ever thought about going and working out in Australia and doing some farm work, this is definitely the episode for you, because we go into an obscene amount of depth into working out in Australia on a farm.
Amazing. Roll the intro.
Best friends, and that's for life. Who stay traveling? I'm talking worldwide. 65 countries between the two. Every moment is so unbelievable. Sharing the best kept secrets about the trips and mistakes they made that they can't forget. So tell me if you're ready for a time to remember as they gear up for the next adventure. Yeah. Woo! Best kept secrets travel.
In today's episode, we're going to be interviewing Rachel and Megan. Rachel is 26-year-old female. Put that in.
You don't know that anymore. They can identify as anything.
From the north of England. Supposedly / incorrectly summarised as the best half of the country.
Correct.
She studied psychology, but now full-time dog groomer. Visited 6 countries whilst travelling, which was Thailand, Vietnam, Bali, Australia and New Zealand and Fiji, but also been to some bits of Europe, including Spain, Portugal, France, Netherlands, Germany, but only with school or family holidays. Megan's just turned 26.
She's also a female.
Also a female. You've assumed her gender again. Always loved the idea of travelling. Always loved the idea of travelling on holidays, visits to Saudi to see family. Megan has visited around 14 different countries so far. Can't wait to see more of the world, but also love to go back to some of the places she's already been to.
So I guess our first question is going to be, where was that moment that your life changed? That moment that you met myself and Will?
Oh God.
Oh God. Oh God.
On a bench.
That's the reaction
Outside a
every time we
hostel.
ask girls that question.
Yeah, we met on a bench outside a hostel, waiting for Fraser Island.
At Rainbow Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got put into a group with them, and life is never the same again.
Yeah.
Actually makes her sound all right.
Yeah, change for the better, you mean? I hope.
Debatable.
I mean, we definitely all got
Because
put in the best car.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Usually the best.
And that was... And Will and I made it the best, right?
No. Our music
know.
choices made it the best.
Absolutely the music choice.
I couldn't agree
We are
more.
definitely going to be diving into that a little bit later. But to start with, we clearly need some icebreakers just to
because we haven't
just
broken the ice whatsoever.
to slightly normalise this and to make it a lot less awkward. Where's the weirdest place one of you guys have slept during your travels?
Ooh.
Not that many weird
I've not
places.
heard of that place.
Like on a boat. Like just...
Is that a question
on,
mark? On a boat question?
Well, I was like, I don't know if that's that weird, because it's quite a common thing whilst you're travelling. But, like, in everyday life, to say you slept on a boat is quite weird.
Like on the net.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
true,
the
unless,
net's
unless
the
you...
boat.
Yeah.
That's where. Yeah, I slept for one night.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, what about, do
I
you
can't think of
prefer
it,
do you prefer the window seat or the aisle seat on a plane?
Window.
Window easily.
Oh,
We would, like, take it
You
into...
That's
can lean
interesting.
against
That's-
it to go to sleep.
is this because potentially you don't need the extra leg room?
Yes. Well, yes. Yeah, and it's nice to be able to see outside and see, like, the clouds and the ocean.
Yeah, I like being able to see out the window. And then, like, you've got the
That's fair
excitement
enough.
of when you're actually about to land and you can see where you're coming into.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. To be fair.
We'll start with Megan on the answer for this one. Would you rather
God.
lose all of your travel photos or all of your money?
Oh, I'd rather. I don't know. I actually think I'd rather lose all of my money. Just because, like, yeah, being able to like look back at all the photos is just so nice. Like being able to look back at the experience that we did have. At this point, I'm poor
And-
anyway, so
Yeah.
there's not that much. There's not that much money to lose.
Rachel's like, I'm bawling since starting the dog grooming. I don't know.
Absolutely not. I'm more poor than she is.
So, Rachel, what would your answer be? Did you just say this is true?
Yeah, because I only saw her the other week, and she was telling me how poor she was.
Yeah. I'm laughing through the pain. I think I'd probably say travel photos, just because if you lose all your money, you're a lot more screwed. Like,
And you can make your money back where if you lose your photos.
but you've got your memories. You can remember everything.
Memories fade.
There's dementia.
You might not have any need for money anyway.
Welcome to the podcast, everyone.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Let's move on to the next question. So, you can visit one of these places, and we'll start with Rachel this time. You can visit one of these places. You're never allowed to visit one of these places, and you can live in one of these places.
Okay.
So we've got Australia, New Zealand, and Vietnam.
So what is it? Visit, stay, never. I'd
Yeah.
visit Australia, I'd stay in New Zealand, and I'd never go to Vietnam.
Poor Vietnam. And Megan?
Oh, I really don't know. I think I'd visit Vietnam, stay in Australia, and then never do New Zealand. As much as I love New Zealand, I don't know. I feel like we did a lot while we were there in 2 weeks, so.
It's true. Space. Oh.
Would you rather? We'll go for Megan on this one. Would you
Oh,
rather?
God.
Oh, you're worried. This isn't even a bad one.
I just
The
think
worst
Morgan
one's
got
over
Look
the
on your
end.
faces.
Space. Would you rather be the last person on Earth or be the very first person in the world to go to Mars, but you'll never come back home? And you leave tomorrow.
What, to be the last, like, living person on Earth, or
Yeah.
go to Mars? I mean, I don't think either sound very exciting. But... Well, no, I'd go to Mars. I'd go to Mars. Like, being the last person on Earth sounds horrible. At least if you go into Mars, you're doing something interesting.
Is being on Earth and owning the whole of the world not interesting?
That's
No,
true.
because you got no one there.
We didn't necessarily... Fair enough. I was just going to dive way
You're the
deeper
last
that it
person
didn't need...
on Earth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd be the last person on Earth. But
Yeah.
if it instantaneously happened tomorrow, you're on your rocket ship to Mars on your own, you're never coming home, and it happens tomorrow,
And Rachel's
Yeah.
not.
or when you're last person on Earth tomorrow, but just here, Rachel.
And Rachel's gone.
Huh? Do you want a picture?
Like, that'd be the most important thing to you, that I want to be there.
But the
Like,
wait, so that's one person disappearing from Earth. This is what it slowly feels like. But the thing is, if you're on Earth, you're still living until the day you die. Whereas on Mars, you're quite limited by your movement.
Yeah, but you'd still be living without any other people.
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah,
you've
but at
got
least
no one
on
around
Earth,
you.
you're
I'd
able
rather
to
be doing
travel.
something
You can
cool.
travel around.
That's true.
To be fair, it'd be
Yeah, but how am I
freaking
going?
awesome. Just even the rocket to Mars will take ages.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you get the views of Earth and everything.
We just lost Rachel.
Where's
Oh,
she's
I'm still
coming.
here.
Hey!
I just wasn't talking.
We couldn't see your camera.
Okay.
My camera's here.
Your camera turned off on our side. Fantastic. So,
Ah.
Rachel, what would your answer be?
I have absolutely zero desire to go to space, so I would be the last person on Earth. Also,
Fair
like,
enough.
it'd be cool if you were the last person on Earth, because you could go and see all the big natural wonders, but like on you without loads of other people around. Like, if you figured out a way to like fly a plane, then you could like go to Times Square, but be the only person in Times Square, or like all the cool things.
You get good photos for the gram, then, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm. That only I could appreciate.
All those likes that you wouldn't get.
I just like my own.
That's the one time liking your own
Yeah.
photo.
It's so acceptable.
You'd be very limited to the number of likes you could get. You'd be the most popular Instagram account in the world.
But also, it's like, I wouldn't need to share them because there'd be no one there to see them. I could just keep them on my phone, and it wouldn't be an issue.
That is very true. That is so true. Well, Rachel's kind of answered this question, but in part of her answer for the last one. But would you rather explore the deepest part of the ocean or outer space?
Oh God, they both sound like my absolute worst nightmare. I would.
As soon as you said the ocean, I was like,
don't really do the ocean. Probably the ocean. It would probably be the ocean. Even though I don't like
I'm
the
shocked.
ocean. But I feel like we know
I think we
more
need to add another
about
twist.
the ocean than we do space. And people like dive for the ocean more than people go into space. So I feel like it'd be safer.
True.
What if we threw in a different curveball and
As
you're
if there hasn't been enough.
so you've rocketed off from Earth. You've got 3 weeks. You're underwater for 3 weeks, and you know in exactly 3 weeks, whatever rocket or submarine you're in splits in half, and you're at the bottom of the ocean, or you're just in the middle of space. So you know you're going to die. It's just
Right.
one way you're going to compress, and the other way you're just going to explode.
So you're asking
Which way would I
how
rather
they
die?
prefer to die?
Yeah. But in the 3 weeks building up, you've seen the ocean, or you've seen parts of space.
Drowning or exploding, Rachel.
But I feel like I don't know. I don't know because I don't know which one I would die quicker.
They'd both be pretty. Wait,
Yeah.
Instant, I'd say, yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably still go ocean because I feel like, yeah, I'd probably still go ocean.
fair enough.
I love the ocean, so I'd go ocean as well.
A lovely way to go.
Yeah, just to...
So I definitely think it's about time that we actually move,
Into travel.
into travel and more realistic.
So now the awkwardness is thrown out the window.
Yeah.
The awkwardness is thrown out the window. So, in our podcast, we speak a lot about travel, the ability not to plan. Has there ever been a time where you've decided that you're going to abandon your original plan and do something else that you've maybe never even heard of before?
funnily enough.
Really?
Yeah,
How did you know?
It's like you know.
It's a good guess.
No, when we were in Thailand, we planned to go from Chiang Mai to Bangkok and stay in Bangkok for a week, wasn't it? And we got there, spent like a day and a half in Bangkok, decided we didn't like it and didn't want to spend a week there. And then we're like, where else can we go? And we were looking at Krabi and then found like an Airbnb, booked it, and then realised it wasn't actually in Krabi. It was off like on like a little island that was off of Krabi. And we just kind of went, okay, well, we'll leave tomorrow.
Yeah,
and just went.
we hated Bangkok.
It was horrible.
Where did you go?
It was just like,
what made it horrible?
Like the temples and stuff were really nice, and we did like the boat trip over the river. But I think
it was so
like,
busy.
Wherever you went, there was just rats everywhere. Like
it was so busy.
Dirty.
The hostel was like a weird prison. Like it just wasn't a nice, welcoming hostel at all. Like it was literally all made of metal and painted grey.
No.
So, and there was like nobody there.
Yeah.
And then we walked around Bangkok a bit, and it was
so
just
dead in there.
Yeah, and I think after Chiang Mai, because Chiang Mai was so nice,
we
were just a bit disappointed.
Yeah.
Fancied.
So what did you do when you went to this next place?
So we hired mopeds and just drove around the island on those. We broke into a couple of hotels to use the swimming pool.
We did a cooking class. The guy who owned the Airbnb was like a chef, like a cook. He did cooking classes, so he did a cooking class with him.
What did you cook?
Yeah, we
Thai
did
green
like
curry.
Cashew dish, Thai green curry,
coconut
mango
rice,
sticky rice.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
Yeah, really, really good.
Did you
all
like the food in Thailand?
Oh my god, yeah. I think the best food that we had was on Koh Lanta. Like 100% the best Thai food we had was there. Yeah.
Oh, we did that boat trip.
How far away was it?
We did a boat trip because we got the best
trip to the Emerald Cave.
Massaman curry, and they literally made it on the beach. Like they just started pulling out ingredients out of a box, cooked it, and it was the best Massaman curry that we've ever had. Like we kept ordering it in different places, and it wasn't as nice.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So if
the boat trip, the boat trip took us like snorkeling through different places, and then to this like Emerald Cave, and you had to it was like swimming inside of a volcano, and then inside of it was like an island.
And there was dogs.
Really, really cool.
Oh, awesome.
Do you remember the dog tried to get in the boat?
Yeah, there were. I still don't understand.
No.
Yeah.
Literally, there was a dog that lived on the island, and it tried to get in our boat home, and they wouldn't let it.
So
It made us really sad.
Oh. So if you were to give people advice on cancelling your plans and planning to go somewhere randomly and changing your plans, what advice would you give someone to do that effectively and actually have fun like you guys did?
I mean, I'd just say to not question the fact that you don't like where you are too much, because as soon as you kind of have the idea that you don't want to be there anymore, you're not going to enjoy it as much, so you may as well look into other options. And like we had already looked at like a couple of places that we'd wanted to go in Thailand that we kind of had to rule out because we didn't think we'd have time. So we just kind of thought, where else is there that's like not far from where we are that we could go to easily? And then just looked at where the flights are.
And I think like if you're gonna leave somewhere and go somewhere else, if you're gonna leave to go somewhere else, make sure you're going to somewhere else that you think you will like. So like we left Bangkok because it was so busy and chose to go to a more like islandy in the middle of nowhere place because we knew that we were going to prefer that rather than going from like Bangkok city to then a different big city that we knew we just weren't going to like just for the sake of going.
Yeah.
So was the Koh Lanta your favourite place you went to in Thailand, or what was your best thing that you did whilst you were there?
I would say Koh Lanta or Chiang Mai.
I'd say
loved
Koh
Chiang
Lanta
Mai.
was. Yeah, Koh Lanta or Chiang Mai are my two favourites as well. It's hard to like decide between the two of them.
And Chiang Mai, you
Chiang Mai
saw
we
the
got to see
elephants,
the
I
elephants.
assume.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
I cried.
Oh my god, insane! It was so cool.
I love elephants.
And why did you cry?
Oh god, it sounds really cheesy, but like my mum was born in Africa, and so like growing up, my entire house has been like covered in like elephants and things like that. And even though I know African elephants and Asian elephants are very different, but it was just sort of, I think it just got me a bit emotional, like seeing one that wasn't like in a zoo or anything, and that I could actually go and touch. Like touching an elephant got me really emotional. And I think it's just like my entire living room is covered in like pictures of elephants and statues of elephants, and so actually getting to meet one in person was quite a big deal.
Amazing. Did you get to go in the water with them
Yeah.
at all, or play with them? Did you like that bit?
Sneezed on me.
Yeah, we didn't really play.
Did
but
they
we
get
got
the
to,
elephants to spray you?
No, not me. I think they did, Megan.
They did. They got. I think I got sprayed. Yeah.
I don't think I got sprayed, which I don't
That
mind.
wasn't it sneezing on me. That was. Oh yeah, it was fun.
What? So Rachel, what was it like your first time you got to actually touch an elephant? Because their skin's quite tough and slightly hairy, and
It was. I mean, they felt like what I
Apart
thought
from
they
behind
would.
the ear.
Yeah, behind the ears, nice and soft. Yeah, that's a good picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they felt like how I thought they were gonna feel, but I don't know. It was just like a weird. It was like a weird thing knowing that you were touching an elephant. Like, I don't know. It's just really weird. Like, and I know it's quite a common thing. Like everyone who goes traveling now and goes to Thailand or Vietnam or places, that they go to the elephant sanctuary, but you still feel like really special with the fact that you're like touching an elephant that's like not in a zoo or like in the UK or anything. Like, it's just, yeah, it's nice. It's a pivotal moment in my life.
One of the countries we funny know, seeing as we met you there, was Australia. And there's something in Australia which is known as one of the most popular tourist destinations, which is the Whit Sundays. Now, Morgan and I have a very different opinion to a lot of people on the Whit Sundays. Do you guys think it's overrated or not?
I don't think it's overrated at all. Like the way, just when you see it, like there's nothing like it. Like even when you're walking along the beach, you expect it to be like absolutely boiling hot, and it's just not. Like when we were wading through the water, there were like stingrays, like juvenile stingrays, floating around. Like there were lemon sharks everywhere. Like it was just so cool to go and see. And then even like the full experience of doing it, like while we were there, there was a massive pod of whales that went past our boat, like 7 whales and their baby as well. Like it was, even the skipper on the boat was like, this is the best whale sighting I've had in like 25 years of running this boat. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's overrated at
On the
all
boat
from the
next to us.
experience that we had.
Yeah. Not to take away from that, but our boat skipper said the same thing.
There was one other boat near the Whit Sundays when we were there. were you on the boat next to us and we never realised?
Potentially, probably.
Possibly.
It's possible.
Yeah.
We need to work out the
There
dates
was
that you two
another
were there.
boat.
Yeah, there was another boat.
We were on another boat.
Yeah, there was another boat because the whale went under the boat.
The whale went under our boat. Yeah.
Right, when
No
we
word of a
everyone
lie.
get your calendars out. When were we all?
Yeah.
When were we all at Whit Sunday?
I won't be able to work this out.
When were we there?
I want to say we went on like the 11th or something like that.
I have
can't
no
remember what
idea.
month
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
How far does this go back?
I don't think I even posted a
When
picture when we were there. No.
Oh,
18th of August, I've
it
got.
was. Oh, I know how I.
there. I know that's
No,
Fraser.
'cause it was before that. It was
Well,
definitely the 11th because I remember
Yeah.
it being on that little calendar that the guy in New Zealand.
Where's Fraser? Fraser's there.
I've got the 11th when we
So
were
it
at
must have
Magnetic
been like-
Island.
Is that when you posted it or?
I have no idea.
Ooh.
Did you enjoy Magnetic Island?
We had a great time.
It was so much fun.
Wait, did you?
Yeah.
What? Wait, when were you in the Whit Sundays? Do you know roughly when the Wales happened?
I'm
It
trying
was
to find the
11th,
video.
11th of August. I'm just looking at when I actually took the photos. 12th of August, 2018. God, I can't believe it was
Yeah.
2018.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Where were we after
That's
the
Yeah.
waterfalls?
So that Whit Sunday. would
I've
be a few
actually
days
found a
after that.
picture of the other
Oh, excuse
boat.
me.
Oh, send it in the.
I've got
Chat.
the video of the whales.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a video. Hold on, I'll send it to the chat now.
Oh, did we do the Whit Sundays later on, Morgan? Or were these other photos? No, these were photos taken off it. I've got photos of our boat.
Yeah, what date was that?
No, but these were taken
When were
later.
they sent?
Yeah, but you send them at the end. This is off your GoPro.
Right, let's see.
Sending, but it's a video, so it might take a minute.
You have more photos.
Imagine.
That would be
I
unbelievable.
don't
if
think it was because I seem to think that one of us had done Whit Sundays before Fraser and one of us was doing it after.
I can't tell if we did it straight after.
Yeah.
Because on my photos of it are after. But no, these were all before anyway.
We could have done it.
Don't know if my video was sent.
Right. Yeah, it's just come
Yeah, your
through.
video's just come through.
Is that that's not our boat.
Click on it.
Our boat was double decker at least.
Yeah, that wasn't our boat.
That wasn't our boat.
Oh,
It wasn't
You, the
us.
double decker boat.
Gutted.
Well, our experience was a bit strange because we were on a boat which was like meant to be 18 to 35, and there was a 50-plus-year-old family of Italians that didn't really want to integrate or talk to anyone, which made it a little less.
you could even see the tour
That's
guides when
not
they
great.
turned up. They went and had a meeting, and they were like, "There's nothing we can really do right now."
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they sort of apologised to everyone and tried to make the evenings as fun for us as possible. But they were,
Aw.
well, I think only one of them could speak English,
And they took up half our boat pretty much.
so we just ended up getting really
Oh.
drunk with two teachers.
Yeah.
There was this couple who were teachers from, I think, Manchester, and they were just wild.
Of course they were.
No, Whit Sundays was
Another
fun.
popular tourist destination. It was good. It was good. I
It was
think
very
our
pretty.
experience
I think we just had
Yeah,
an
I think-
unfortunate experience.
I will say though,
Yeah, we were very lucky
Yeah.
with like the group that we got on our boat.
like I enjoyed the boat trip, like everyone being on the boat, like hanging out the best. Like going to the actual Whit Sundays, it was nice, but the whole experience, like you say, it's the people you're on the boat with that make it so good. So like we met other
Yeah.
people who did Whit Sundays and they had a really bad
100%.
time as well because their boat was a bit rubbish. Whereas like ours was all predominantly people our
Yeah.
age, a lot of them from the UK, like so everyone just immediately got on and had a laugh. Like
Yeah.
so that's what made it so good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, easily.
Which segues into our next point, which is another popular tourist destination, which is obviously where we met. And I think it was especially key that it was the people in the group that we were with that actually made it really fun.
Yeah.
And that is, of course, Fraser Island.
So we had these two really annoying people in our car, though, didn't we?
Northerners.
All they did was sing Disney the whole time. It was just Disney this, Disney that. Let's sing some theatre songs.
Oh, yeah.
Which you loved.
So we're going to do a really quick...
it. Will was all about Hamilton.
Absolutely loved that.
So why don't you talk us through your experience of Fraser from your hopefully unbiased point of view?
Well,
oh my god, it was so much fun.
yeah. I couldn't drive yet, so I just sat in the car. I just sat in the back and had a great time. Yeah, so I just,
Especially
when you drove and I ended up with all of your
sunglasses when I was driving.
when you shattered my sunglasses and I ended up with half of your luggage in between my legs.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yep. Dirty underwear, razor blades, like all in between my legs.
Oh, literally all just your belongings were all over us all.
Yep.
Oh, and then the car almost set on fire, which, you know.
Yeah.
So we had
that
it
made
where
it quite the experience.
nearly two cars. Well, one of the cars got stuck
One got stuck,
when it broke down, and then
and then ours started to smoke.
One started like,
And then
and then the one behind
jumped
us,
out.
their
And my
temperature gauge
shoes-
was going.
Yeah, my shoes
And I
had
couldn't get my
melted.
seatbelt undone.
My shoes had melted to the floor of the car because it was so hot. And then, so like, they left an imprint of my shoe on the bottom of the car. I like hurdled over the back seat. Megan couldn't get her seatbelt undone. Yeah, it was interesting.
And we played I Want to Break Free when one of the cars got stuck, and we were just singing that.
And then we sang Sean Kingston's Fire Burning
you wanted
whilst
to
our
turn it
car
off,
was
and we were
down.
like, no.
See, I said it was the music choices that made it so good.
It was.
So not everyone can probably beat us on the music choices. So what if they don't have
No.
good music choices? What else is there to do on Fraser? What did we do?
Drink.
Oh my god, we did the sand sliding, the drinking.
We played volleyball.
We went to that like lazy river thing as well.
Oh yeah,
That
the
was quite
lazy.
cool.
I forgot about that.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that as well.
Oh yeah,
Do you remember with the
I
like big rubber
forgot
rings?
about that.
I think because I didn't
Because
do
then we
it.
like, got the
I
rubber
just
rings
stayed on
on
the
top of the
side.
cars.
Yeah, and there's that picture
Oh, yeah.
of Ryan. He's like in the dinghy thing.
Yeah, with his legs like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And then
I think you just
we climbed that big rock, didn't we? What was the rock called? Was it Indian Head or something like that?
yeah.
Something like that.
The
Yeah.
big rock.
When we did the sandboarding, didn't I dive roll over one of you?
Megan.
Yeah, me.
Again,
Yeah, you
I
did, like,
did not want to
He tried
participate.
to backflip over me or something.
Yeah.
Well, It
Yeah.
was.
I mean, I don't think I had much choice.
You had a choice. I think you wanted to be there.
Yeah, she volunteered.
For me,
It's not the dude yet.
yeah, she wanted
volunteered.
it. For me, it was just the beginning of my training for this weekend, where I'm going to go down to Gloucester and potentially do the cheese rolling.
Oh my god, are you?
Amazing. Are you actually?
Oh, I hope you're actually doing that.
Oh my god.
That is my current plan. Yeah.
Amazing.
If you're
Oh, I
nearby
can't
or want
wait.
to drive down,
Head down to Gloucester for some cheese. That's funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
So, to get a few more names about Fraser Island, I have a very, very quick quiz.
I don't know how
God.
you
Rules on this are the first one of you, so you can shout over the other one. First one to say the answer.
Oh no.
Oh God.
During our trip to Fraser Island, we went and swam in what pools?
And it was an Instagram photo.
Champagne!
Balls.
Champagne balls!
Yes,
Yes.
Megan's one. So, Morgan and another girl in our group decided to swim across what famous lake?
What are you laughing at?
Lake Mackenzie.
Yes, Megan.
I have the worst memory
Were you
for
about to
like,
say
names
Salt
of places. I can't remember the names of places. I can just remember
Well-
going.
So, you should get this one. What is the name of the breed of dog on the island?
Dingo.
Dingo.
I think that's Rachel. I heard Rachel's first.
Yeah. That
So
was
we
a
got a
2-1.
2-1.
That was so close.
So in our group, we had someone who was very memorable to a lot of us, called Ryan. Ryan, once we'd all parked up, was walking past the toilets, turned to his girlfriend, and suddenly said, "Something on floor." What was that something? Let's see if I can get
Was
it.
it like
can't remember.
snake on floor or something?
Close.
Lizard.
So close. Yes!
Lizard on
He
floor.
turned around and went, "Oh, look, lizard on floor."
I thought you were going to be like, when he went, light driving.
I forgot about that. That's funny.
Yeah.
He's going to get out of the car and just shut the door
Yeah.
and light driving.
Yeah, I think Megan quite easily won that. 3-1.
It's alright,
Gonna
she's
do
the more
best of-
competitive of
Oh.
the two anyway.
I am.
Oh, actually, final one then. Let's just see. Once you finish your water, what species of shark were we hoping to see?
Tiger?
Yes. You said that with no confidence
I
at all. But great.
It's just like any shot.
Stop.
Eddie?
I've not heard of that breed of shark. Any.
We'll finish that. We'll finish that on a 3-2 win to Megan.
With
That was a
great
good
white.
effort.
Yeah.
That made it a lot
Megalodon.
closer.
I'm glad that.
Megalodon.
I'm glad that Rachel managed to get the dog question though.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm impressed.
Magnetic did.
So, you guys spent a lot of time in Australia.
Because you went back after we left.
Yeah, lots of people in Australia look to work abroad and earn money whilst they do so. You worked abroad in Australia doing some farm work. What made you decide to actually do that?
I mean, I think we kind of always wanted to and had planned to, but we didn't get a chance because of Rachel's passport getting kind of stolen.
That was fun times.
But I think it was just wanting to, like, yeah. I think it was just wanting
So
to,
Rachel
like,
made you spend thousands of
experience
pounds
the
on extra
lifestyle.
flights.
I mean, Megan, she didn't have to come home. She was just
I
a
didn't
nice friend.
I didn't have to. I chose to. Yeah.
Got to go home for Christmas.
So how long did you
Yeah,
do farm
exactly.
work?
4 months?
4 months, yeah.
4
We
months
stayed a
farm
bit
work?
longer to save for a holiday.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah. We did like 3 weeks
So
extra,
worth the
I think,
extra
than
month.
what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
How much do you get paid?
$24.
$21 an
an
hour, something like that.
Oh, I thought it was a bit more.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah,
less.
but then we had to pay rent back
Well,
to the
no, no.
hostel, like back to the farm, because they owned the hostel that we all had to live in, and
Yeah.
so we earned a lot less.
Which, yeah, and
Jeez.
also the hostel that we were living in that the farm owned was the only like good pub in the town that we were living in. So if you wanted to go for a drink, we'd literally just go downstairs and spend more money
Back to the
we were
farm.
given by the farm to give back to the farm. Because we weren't allowed
That
to
is a
like buy
great
alcohol
business.
and drink it in our rooms
Because it was above a bar.
That is a really great
because it was a
business.
licensed
It's
bar.
a great business plan, but it screws everybody
This is
over who's
genius.
working at the farm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that.
That's brilliant.
Actually, so what we'll start with Megan on this one. What do you believe was the funniest moment or experience you had whilst on the farm?
Oh, that's
You're both
so
just
easy.
laughing.
There was this point where the boys had all bought Nerf guns, and it was like constant war in the hostel as soon as they bought them. And there was a night where like me, Rachel, and a couple of the other girls had gone to brush our teeth in the bathroom, and the bathroom had like, you know, like the swing like saloon doors. And the bathroom had those doors on it, and they were waiting outside to like ambush us when we left. So Rachel grabs a towel and she's like, "I'll defend us with the towel." So like she goes bolting out of the doors, and obviously they swing back, so I couldn't leave at the same time. She's like running and can't see with this towel in front of her, and like crashes into a bin that they've been using as a defense system, and just flips and ends up on the floor and just huddled. And all the boys are just stood around her with their
I'm just
guns,
like-
what have we done?
I think they all thought I genuinely really hurt myself.
We're just in.
Like, I think that because I was just lying
We
on
were
the floor.
in like tears, laughing.
Yeah, it was funny. I wish we'd. And there was a CCTV camera
Oh, it was
in the
so
in the corridor, but they wouldn't let us see the footage because they were like, "You're only allowed to see the footage if it's an emergency."
No.
So they wouldn't actually like show us. And I was like, I just want to. And I must have done a full flip over this.
I think
But yeah.
you did. You like crashed into doors.
It was, yeah, everyone came out of their rooms to hear what the
was
bang
so
had
good.
been. Yeah, it wasn't my finest moment, but it was fun.
And she was just lay on the floor. I ended up on the floor from laughing.
That was it, is Megan immediately was laughing, like no concern given. Everybody else was really concerned and worried, but I was laughing as well. So it was just me and Megan laughing and everyone else genuinely really worried. But yeah, it was funny. It was
What
really
any good friend
funny.
does.
Yeah.
Now, Rachel, what's your funniest memory? And you're not allowed to use that one.
Oh god.
Or your worst memory. We'll allow for that.
God, worst I mean, every day that we had to go to the farm was kind of a worst. I spent my 23rd birthday was the first day on the farm, so so we started on my birthday, and so like we met a few people, and they all couldn't believe that it was my birthday. So one guy just got his cigarette lighter out and was like, "Happy birthday!" I had to like blow it out, and that was my birthday. Yeah, so that wasn't the greatest. And we didn't know anyone. It was literally like our first day, so we couldn't like go out with anybody or do anything like. And we were working the whole time, having to get up at like 5:30 in the morning. So it's not like we could go for a drink or anything really afterwards. So that wasn't that fun. There was also the day where they just, after the Nerf guns, they got water guns. And started having like water pistol fights, and one guy ended up falling into a window and just completely shattering, which was quite funny. Yeah, we had a laugh.
It's so funny.
So how many people were you actually working on this farm with? How does it work?
Oh my god. So, God, there was like 20 plus of us in the hostel.
Yeah,
And then there must have been like 40 odd people, maybe
I was going to say, I
more,
think probably
like
more.
that were actually like working on the farm. That, yeah, maybe even like,
Because some people,
like 60
it's their
people,
full-time
70
job.
people.
Like they do it all year round. Like it's their entire life.
Yeah,
So there's probably about 40 to 60
yeah,
people that were there constantly, and then sort of 20 to 30 backpackers would like rotate. But it was quite a big farm.
yeah. Because like there's a group. Yeah, it was quite a big farm. There's like a group photo because it was like International Banana Day or something like that. So they wanted to take like a shed selfie and like took a picture of everyone that was working in the shed. But there's like so many people that work out in the fields, like actually picking the bananas and stuff. I'm sure I have that picture
And they'd
somewhere.
bring people in from like neighbouring islands as well. So there was like at one point a big group from the Solomon Islands came over, like specifically for work, like to work on the farms. So when we first got there was like a group that left like 2 weeks in, and then some other people, like another group joined like 3 weeks before we finished or something. So like they were rotate, like there was loads of people there constantly, like new and old. I'm trying to find that banana picture.
So where was? I felt the vibration. Where was this farm that you worked at?
Mariba. It's near.
I know a lot of places, but that means nothing.
Yeah, near Cairns.
Okay. And you said that you were working at a banana farm. Did it make you lose interest in bananas for life?
I mean, I can eat bananas, but I can't touch them.
I can't.
How do you eat them with no hands?
So I get like my friend or like whoever, if I'm with someone, I'll get them to like chop the banana up to put in like my oats or something in the morning. Because I can't physically do it.
I can touch them, but I won't eat them. The smell just knocks me absolutely sick.
It just makes my hands feel weird.
I can't deal with the smell.
So was it tough work then? What were the jobs that the guys did, and what were the jobs that the girls did?
So the girls weren't allowed outside, so the guys went out and like picked all the bananas and like chopped the trees and did all like that kind of stuff.
Humping?
And we had to stay in the packing shed and either like
What ping?
not doing that in the shed. But
that's
Who
why
was
girls
humping in the
weren't
shed?
allowed outside, is because a couple got caught. But then
yes, it was.
But then the guys like cutting the bananas and stuff off the trees is called humping.
Yeah.
Not what the couple got caught.
And then,
No, two very different things.
no, not exactly.
Similar and
different
different.
types of
Yeah. Why is it called humping?
I don't know.
How does that?
So basically, I don't know why it's called humping, but basically they like cut a wedge in the tree, so the tree like starts to fall, and then once it like lands on their shoulder, someone like cuts the banana bit that's like landed on them so that they can walk away with it. I don't know if any of that makes sense.
You can tell
I'm
that
just
we
waiting
didn't
for you
have
to
to
go
do
viral
it.
on TikTok for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it with you
So
and TikTok?
what were the jobs then that you did?
So yeah, girls
We're
could
very new to it.
grade, cluster, or pack, pretty much. Grading was when you'd like
Yeah.
check.
Okay, I know what packing is.
Yeah, grading, you'd like check the bunches for like rotten bananas or like any damage, and you'd remove it. So you'd have to remove all the faulty bananas. Clustering is when you'd like slice them up into smaller clusters. So that's what you get on the supermarket. And then obviously packing is you pack them into boxes.
Yeah.
And did you
the
make
aim
banana
was to
bread with
get
all the dodgy bananas?
No, they got put on like a conveyor belt.
they made flour with it.
Yeah,
They got put on a
got
conveyor
turned into
belt
like
and then they used
sawdust.
the dodgy bananas to make banana flour.
It was almost like wood chips. You know, you get on like park
But yeah,
playgrounds, similar to that.
no, but like, yeah, they so like the stalks and stuff they'd do that with, but like any bananas that were sort of like doubles or like, you know, could still be used but just aren't okay in a shop, they'd get put in a separate box and turn into flour to like bake with. But yeah, the aim for when you were packing was to like pack 300 boxes a day. But like if you were really, really good, you could get 400, and they always kind of wanted you to get 400.
Who was the better
which we
packer?
did once.
We were both about the same.
Yeah.
What was your
I think
record?
that you were probably better.
Really? I got taken off
She
it
didn't
for
want to
ages.
say.
Do you not remember? I got put
Yeah,
on
but I
like
think your
clustering.
boxes were better.
Oh,
I think
thanks.
your boxes were better, but I think I was faster, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Because
probably.
you always got the little yellow sticker, but I didn't ever get a yellow sticker.
What is the yellow sticker?
Yellow sticker meant you had a
It meant
perfect
that your box was like perfect.
Do you
Whereas I
still
never
have
had
any yellow
perfect box.
stickers?
I do have a yellow sticker. It's in my
No, but
my travel journal. Yeah, it's in my travel journal. I can see if I can find
I
it.
have one of my number.
It might be in my. It might.
I have one.
I'll
from,
see if I
like,
can
my,
find it.
Like my packing number.
It's up here somewhere, I think.
This is fantastic.
Oh, it's not showing. There you go, yellow sticker.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my god.
It's
That
memories.
is amazing.
I have my numbers as well.
Memory. Yeah, I have
Somewhere.
my numbers.
What was your best numbers?
We each
The
got
highest
given
number of
like a
boxes.
unique packing number, so they knew whose boxes were whose.
Yeah.
Ah.
I think the most I packed in one day was 420.
Wow.
Oh, there you go.
And that was the
Perfect.
only... I probably could have done more, but I was tired, so
Packing
I slowed
number.
down.
Yeah, I think I
Nice.
did 417
Mine was packing
or
number
something.
69. That was
How
a
long
horrible
were your
day.
days?
9
9
hours.
So it was like... Yeah, it was like three 3-hour sessions that we did. So like 9 hours of actually packing, and then we had like 2 breaks in between the sessions. So
So,
I
like,
think one
20
of them was
minutes.
like half an hour, and then one of them was only like 15 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you count the boxes? Were you literally in your head going, "That's 1, that's 2," or was there
No,
a counter every
you
time
put your
you set up?
number.
So like you put your first
like
number.
individual number onto every single box. Yeah.
So like you have your
Oh.
individual
Your
number.
so your first
but then
packing number would
underneath
go
it-
on the.
It was like you'd have like a roll of your number, and it would go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, da 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 da. And then you put your first one on, and then before you started packing, and then you put another one on at the end of the day, so they could work out how many boxes you packed in between.
Oh, okay.
Ah, okay.
But there was
And
a whole
we know
scandal
some
once
people.
because some girl was like hiding numbers in her shoe, so it looked like she'd packed more boxes.
Yeah, and like sticking them to the underside of a table.
She got in so much shit when they found out. Yeah.
Honestly,
Oh, that's-
the
I love
drama at the banana farm is crazy.
It is.
So we know people who've done the farm work before, and they said that they got very fit by doing it. Did you get quite fit? And did it feel healthy being out working? No?
No.
Just lots of drinking?
It was so miserable.
Lots of
Like-
drinking. And also, we got like takeaway pretty much like 4 or 5 nights out of the week because we were so
No, we weren't that
miserable.
bad.
We'd get like
We
a
only did it like
Matthews on
twice a
Monday.
week. We were quite good at cooking.
We weren't as bad as some people
Oh,
were,
Megan's
but
frozen.
like, yeah.
What were the options for food?
Megan's frozen on my laptop.
Yeah, she's frozen on ours
Okay.
as well.
That's-
We'll just ask you
Talking.
you were frozen earlier.
So you could get like, so there was like a kitchen, so obviously you could cook
Hello?
like to the supermarket, or you could get like there was a lot of fast food, so there's like KFC, McDonald's, Pizza Hut, Domino's. The bar downstairs had a restaurant, like a steakhouse, so you could get steak. But honestly, there was Subway. Like the entire high street was pretty much just like fast food chains, and that was it. So yeah, and everyone was so miserable on the farm. Like the only thing that they would look forward to when they came in was food. So everyone would just eat whatever they could to make themselves feel better. Or like
we weren't as bad as some people were, but like we did have a lot.
We had a lot. It was when we got paid. So like we got paid on like the Saturday, like the Sunday, and so the Monday we would always get like a takeaway or something for tea.
Yeah.
So, would you recommend farm work to anyone, or is there any ways that you can make it better?
Plan.
I
Ahead.
think I'd always say it's
Plan.
worth it.
Yeah.
I'd always say it's worth doing, but you've got to find either a farm that's right for you or a farm that has decent people around you, because that's the only way you're going to get through it.
Yeah.
And how do you think you do that?
Well, we didn't, because of the whole past.
There are like groups. Yeah. Sorry. I was just thinking that there's like groups on Facebook where you can find farm work. So like there's always people that are like, oh, there's farm work available at such and such a place, and then you can sort of look at that person's Instagram and be like, oh, they actually look like they're having a decent time. So
yeah, and there's like
Like,
So
one of the
everything you
hospitals
see on
we looked
Instagram's
at-
real.
So you're saying everyone should just trust Instagram. You two clearly
No,
put your most miserable things on Instagram.
No,
You really spoke
No.
negatively of the farm work.
we were getting to the end
But
of our
you know
first
that at
year,
least, like, if they're
so we
having-
didn't have the time to like look around. We literally had to go to the first farm that we could go to, otherwise our visa was going to run out. Whereas, like, my advice or our advice would be,
But-
if you've got the time, like, look. Like, everyone said not to do banana farming because it's the hardest one, but we had no choice, so we did it. Whereas, if you can get on, like, tomato farming or strawberry farming, they seem to be a lot easier and a lot nicer to do. So, like, to try and plan ahead a bit
And
more.
also we
Mhm.
we did meet a girl as well that like we made friends with her, and then she went on to a banana farm that we'd looked into, but they didn't have any places at the time for us, and she had the luxury of like the time to wait around for a place, because we like that's probably the best banana farm. Like loads of people always rave about how good that farm is because it's such a good environment. So that's why
It's
she
a
went.
party farm.
Whereas we just didn't have the time to wait around and hope for a place on the farm.
Yeah.
It's a party farm. That's what it's known for.
They would like post videos, and it was them of the weekend, just like everybody running around the farm like butt ass naked. Everyone just drank the entire time. Like,
Yeah.
it looked a lot more social than ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, party farms
Also, we just
exist.
played shithud on the balcony for hours and hours on end.
Yeah, we just played cards.
Mental.
That's. I feel like we've gone into a lot of depth with farm work now. So we will move on to a different country, and
Okay.
unless you have more advice that you want to talk about farm work
Let's move on to the next question.
or not.
Okay, okay.
I was just going to say the one thing I would always suggest with farm work is if you go to a place, don't quit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because if you quit, then you have to do like a full exact 88 days worth of work, whereas we could cut it down slightly by like a couple of weeks by just doing 3 months and working 3 days a week for it to qualify. But if you leave a farm and go to another one, you can't do that. You
Yeah.
have to do it all at one.
Also, try and
That's very
stick
good.
out the first 2 weeks.
Good tip.
Like our farm, the management would treat you horrendously for the first 2 weeks. Like, we got screamed at, we got told we were awful, that we were never going to be able to do it. Like, they would treat you horrendously because a lot of backpackers, they quit within the first 2 weeks. So they almost treat you horrendously to see who can stick it out. So, like, there was quite a few people that joined our farm when we were there. And then
after that, they lay off.
After, like, 4 days, they'd quit because they'd come, like, back crying and everything. But then if you stuck it out for the 2 weeks, they would ease off you because they were like, right, they're just going to suck it up and do the work. And so you eventually got sort of treated nicer. But, everyone just got screamed at for, like, the first 3 weeks, you just got screamed at the whole time. Like, they expected you to know what you were doing, even though you've never packed a banana in a box before in your life.
Have you not?
No, surprisingly, no. No.
Really surprising.
Funnily enough.
I was too busy making coffees in a cafe.
How many coffees did you make
The
today?
occasional
400?
lunch in a bag for life.
Probably more when I worked at Costa.
Okay. Well, that's probably true.
That was absolutely bananas.
Farm work does sound very tough.
I think I could easily do over more than 400 boxes in a day.
You back yourself. I mean, actually, of course you do.
Easily.
I do. I'm not surprised by that.
Easily.
And I thought it was just great, actually, just to chat with them again, wasn't it? Because we haven't spoken to them since lockdown.
And I think it's quite funny when you reminisce about those kind of holidays, because obviously they were then starting to rejig more memories and then laughing about it as well.
Yeah, we were kind of all remembering memories that we all forgot.
Yeah.
But Megan was definitely better on the quizzes.
Yeah, much better.
Rachel, you got some revision to do. And if you like that, I bet you're excited about part 2, because this interview was so long, we spoke for so long, that we actually split it into 3 parts. And this is the end of part 1. Make sure to share the secret, follow, subscribe, plant some trees with us, and roll the outro.
Yeah, let's make it happen. I hope that you can handle going on adventures, best kept secret travels. Yeah, all over the globe, having fun, you know the deal. Amazing secret locations, hang out with Morgan and Will. Educate and entertain, haggle in the market, sharing their experiences. Time to get it started. Let's go.